269 breaking officer night can swoop.
Hold on, get on there.
Hold on. I'm gonna change this now.
Get this officer.
You can't just search a vehicle for no reason.
No, that is not fair.
Okay,
no.
hold on. All right, what's going on? I'm gonna be on scene. All right.
I don't want this officer near here, but yeah, I can speak to you.
Okay, is this your scene, Bobby?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be here.
All right, so I'm here to hear whatever's happening. You know, this is his scene. He is doing his job. But what seems to be the
he's doing a bad
issue-
job.
Okay, well, I'm here to kind of evaluate that.
Officer Knight, please.
Yeah. Well, let's stand right here and just kind of chat about it, and then we'll.
No. Can you look at the rear of this vehicle where Officer Charles obviously hit the vehicle into the red line and then illegally searched the vehicle after hitting it?
Guys, here's what we're gonna do, right? Who wants to do the talking?
I'll do the talking.
All right. So what seems to be the issue?
So, well, first of all, I arrived here and I parked it at the right spot. I didn't even park it at the red line. So I go inside, I get my food,
Thank you for the
I'm
5.
talking to my friends, and then I get a call from this officer saying that my car was illegally parked, and I was confused, obviously, because I know that I didn't
Wait, run it back.
illegally parked.
Sorry. Run it back for me.
Hey, fuck you, Bobby Charles.
Well, I was when I was inside, I got a call from this officer saying that my car was illegally parked.
Okay.
But I was confused because I know that I didn't illegally park it. I left it completely fine. I didn't even touch it. Like, it wasn't touching the red line when I left it.
I see.
So I come out here and then this officer is just being like really annoying and just telling me that he's gonna give me a ticket for parking it illegally when I know that I didn't. And I don't know what happened. Somebody hit my car towards the red line, but I can promise you I did not park it illegally. And he's just not budging. He's just trying to give me a ticket for it.
Sir,
and then
sir,
he searched my car.
I'm gonna need. It's best if you hear what she's saying as well, if you want to contribute to this.
Let me call you back. I'm being yelled at.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm saying.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So earlier, what's your name on the left? Your old guy ticket, and then what's your name on the left?
I'm old guy, yeah.
Jamie,
you said that he hit it into there. Did you see him do that?
Yeah, I mean, you can see the damage to the left rear of the vehicle.
Well, did Bobby do it?
With it, where it was hit into the red, and then he proceeds to illegally search the vehicle.
Okay, did Bobby knock it in there?
He did get in
He
the
looks
car.
like somebody who would crash the car to me.
Okay, I got you. So here's the thing: you guys are giving.
I don't know who hit the car, but like I did not leave it in the red line.
Just real quick. Okay, I appreciate what you're saying, but sir, what's your name?
Jamie.
Okay, so right now you're providing a statement to law enforcement. So if you're saying things like Bobby hit the vehicle into there, you're committing what they call obstruction of justice. Right?
Why are you saying that I'm committing obstruction of justice?
Well, I'm explaining that you originally asserted
That's
Bobby
like the assumption
over here.
that I'm lying
Bobby,
about what happened.
over here.
It's like an assumption that I'm lying about it. Which...
Okay, I'm explaining something to you, right? If you're telling me coming down here as a supervisor to look at this, and I'm taking an official statement, and you're telling me that Bobby hit that vehicle into the line, and it's turning out that that's actually not the case, or you're just kind of assuming that, all of a sudden you're kind of like opening yourself up to kind of getting screwed here a little bit. You know what I mean? Not saying those charges are going to be pressed. I'm just saying, like, you know, if we're gonna make statements, let's make sure we stick to facts and whatnot, right?
I mean, the fact of the matter is he did go through the trunk and the glove box of the vehicle.
Okay, but you understand it from my position. I'm come over here to try to understand what exactly happened.
Sure.
And but if you're saying 1 minute he hit it in there and the next minute get the fuck off the tablet. 1 minute you're saying he hit it in there, next minute we're finding out that's not really the case. Well, now all of a sudden every statement that comes after that, I have to question if that is a assumption or a lie or a fact, right? Is that making sense?
I'm just confused by the assumption that I'm lying about it being hit. You can see the damages on the vehicle. You know it's been hit.
There's no damages on the vehicle.
Okay.
You can openly see the
Sir,
damages.
sir.
You can see it right there.
Olga, do you understand what I'm trying to explain to him?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. All right. So, Olga, go ahead. You came out, you parked the vehicle. You don't believe you parked it appropriately.
It's not that I don't believe. It's that I know that I didn't park it illegally.
I got you.
And
then shut the fuck up.
Yo. Yes.
And then you came out here after you got a
call from him.
Yeah. And now you're noticing that the vehicle is parked up on the red. Right?
Yeah, it was just the bumper. Like I didn't even leave it touching the red, to be honest. And I know that I didn't.
All right. So here's the thing. This is, let's say, all right, I'm going to have a chat with Bobby over there in the corner. All right. And we'll go from there. Could you just keep an eye on them real quick? They're right over here.
Yeah. What's going on?
Bobby, I'm coming here
I did not,
to have your back. All right. Listen. Okay. It makes it worse. If it makes it worse, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, listen.
Do you have this plague shit too?
No. I could have just towed the car. But you know what? I said, hey, can I see your ID? You're going to be receiving a ticket. And then she said, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. And then I say, I'm going to arrest you if you do not show me your ID.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
Stop.
Yes, sir.
You're making it worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I did not hit the vehicle. Listen, I have photos.
All right.
Everything's documented.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. All right. What else happened?
He just proceeded to tell me that I was gonna get a parking ticket for it.
All right.
And he didn't want a reason for. Yeah, I tried to reason with him. I was like, I know that I didn't park it illegally, but he was still trying to give me a ticket for it.
Okay. So. Okay, and then what was the other allegation that was made?
He got in the vehicle, searched the trunk and the glove box of the vehicle.
All right. Okay. Bobby, were you planning on towing this vehicle?
Yeah, if I couldn't make contact with the owner, I was going to tow the vehicle.
This is after making contact. We were both out here at that point, right before you arrived on scene.
Bobby,
after he called you.
Bobby, could you go ahead and explain the series of events from your perspective?
Well, I arrive on scene. I see a vehicle parked illegally. So I do what standard procedure, take photos of the vehicle, run the plate, comes back to Olga. I search the vehicle, document everything, make a call to Olga. Hey, your vehicle's illegally parked. If you don't come down here, I'm just going to tow it. She comes down, verbally combative, says that somebody hit my vehicle. I don't really care if somebody hit your vehicle. It's still illegally parked. So I'm going to do my... Can you please show me some sort of identification so I can give you this ticket and I can verify that this is your vehicle? Then refuses again. I say, I will arrest you for disobeying if you do not show me some identification. And then she requests for a supervisor, so I contact you, Sarge. Now we're here.
I feel like you're missing at
Can I
least
speak?
one thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Olga.
The only reason that I refused to give him identification is because I wanted to prove that I wasn't illegally parked in there. That's the only reason.
It's parked in the red. It's parked in the... There's the proof. It is parked in the red. Any vehicle...
I said that I didn't park it illegally.
And if I found crack cocaine inside of your vehicle... If I found crack cocaine inside of your vehicle, are you going to say that's not mine? Somebody put that there. You're still going to get charged with it. That's not how the world works. Okay?
I mean, if
Did I
you found
do
crack
that?
in it,
Did I
that's like
do
fruit
that?
of the poisonous tree for an illegal search.
Okay. Okay. So let's start with the illegal search bit because I know we're getting stuck on that. Bobby, were you planning prior to making this call? Were you inventorying it for tow?
Yeah.
Again, his timeline, when I said I was missing something, he searched it after he called you as you were pulling up.
You know, any illegally parked vehicle is subject to searching.
That's not true, but...
Thank you.
Yeah, but let's not be cheeky either, sir, because you've been saying a lot of things that are... I don't know where you're getting it from. If his intention was to tow the vehicle, It is not only procedure, but we have the ability to inventory the trunk, inventory the glove box. So in the event, you know, whenever the individual whose vehicle is getting towed gets it back, if something went missing, we have record of that. Now, it sounds like a bit of a he said, she said as to, you know, it sounds like he inventoried it and then was, you know, made a courtesy call. But simultaneously, it sounds like you're saying that he made the phone call and then started going through it. My question is,
he did tell
also,
you, like,
the only reason
while
that
we
you're
were
here is because I told him that I needed somebody else here.
I got you.
He did tell you that he was going to tow it if he could not contact the owner.
Okay.
Right? When you asked him if he planned on towing it?
Yeah.
Is that not what he told you? And what was the timeline of him saying that he
listen,
first
sir,
initially searched it?
I appreciate it. I'm just going to be very candid here. Let's keep this between Olga and Bobby. I don't want to discredit what you have to say. I think you're just kind of complicating and confusing things a bit.
I'm just referencing what Bobby has said.
I don't know. Olga, when he asked you to identify yourself as to the owner of the vehicle, did you identify him? Or did you identify yourself?
I didn't identify myself because he was honestly I was already fed up with him, so I just wanted to talk to another officer.
I got you. And that's perfectly valid. The issue here becomes, right? If he's unable to identify who you are, how is he to know whether you're asking whether it's your vehicle or not? Do you see the conundrum I've got here?
Yeah.
Okay. So here is my advice. I cannot reverse any of this. Obviously, right? I've heard you. I'm going to make note of this. However, if Bobby wishes to give a ticket, then he is well within his right to do so, just as you're well within your right to take it to traffic court and fight it. In the same token, I hope you understand that, if you do find yourself in this kind of circumstance again, we cannot willy-nilly assume that you are the owner of a property, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's a house, etc., without some form of identification. Otherwise, we'd be giving random people access to things.
The thing is, also, is he ran my plate. He called my phone that was under my name. So that's why I came out
I still need to see your ID. That's not how that works. I still need to see
I mean, the thing is, like, he made contact with your phone. Did he see that you were on the phone with him? Like,
Yes, I came out here when I was still on the phone.
You still need ID, and you have a mask on.
I
don't have a valid prescription.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. It does seem like there's a little bit of, it does smell like there's a little bit of bullshit on both sides here, if I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm already ready to pull Bobby aside in a second here. But at the same time, I think I cannot make a judgment call as to how much truth is on either side here. You know what I mean? So I would recommend taking this to court, presenting your evidence, and kind of going from there.
All right.
Yeah. Am I going to believe Bobby here, or am I going to believe you here? Right? Like, fuck Bobby. Yeah. All right. So, any other questions for me?
Nope.
All right. Bobby, do what you need to do, and then let's have a chat afterwards.
Yeah, Miss Olga, I'm gonna have to see your ID, and you're gonna have to remove the mask unless you got a prescription.
Hold on, Bobby. Why are you demanding an ID from her?
Because you get a ticket. Olga, you're gonna be receiving a ticket today. It's 1 count of unauthorized parking. You know, you can't always, you know, appeal this. You do have within a certain time frame. It's 14 days from the start of today, or you know, you can
anonymous thing with a gifted sub.
You know, contacting judges, etc. for the bench trial. You know, it can be done. If you do wish to invoke your rights to due process. You know, everybody has a right to it, Miss Olga. You understand all these things being said, Miss Olga?
Mm-hmm.
It's just $750 fine, Miss Olga. 0 points to your license. You're going to be getting fined now, Miss Olga.
Did you just demand an ID from her to serve her a traffic citation?
There you go, Miss Olga. Now, if you want to sign there, you know, not an admittance of guilt, Miss Olga, you know, it's just clearly.
Not signing. I'm just taking you to court.
Okay. Well, you know, I'd be happy to oblige by any and all of that because you know what? I believe in right to due process, Miss Olga.
Please.
I believe in right to due process. So you have an amazing day, Miss Olga. You know, you're free to get back inside of your vehicle whenever. Let me go ahead and turn off this light. 22738 code 4.
Are all cops dickheads like that? Damn.
Listen, I would recommend taking this to court.
I'm definitely taking it to court.
I also would recommend that individual not get on the stand with you. So, all right, you have a good day, ma'am. Okay, come over here.
Yeah, what's going on?
The good one, officers.
Stay safe. Take it easy.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm just doing my job. Police work. 38s. You know, traffic.
No, I'm trying to understand. What? Are you playing a game right now?
No, I'm not, sir. I'm not.
Okay. Bobby, I came in I came down here really hoping to back you up throughout this entire thing, but I am left extremely confused on so many different things that I need answers.
You know what, sir? Yeah, I can give you what's
yeah, let's start with this, okay? This is you're creating a massive legal nightmare, and I want to understand. Yeah. I want to understand some things because I've seen you in court, but if I'm going to be honest, what I just saw seemed like some of the most brain dead shit I've seen in a fucking minute. And I, you know, there's a possibility here, Bobby. Okay, I'm wrong. There's a possibility.
Brother, you started arguing with him.
No. Hold on. Let me. I want to. No. Let me. I am hoping that maybe I'm the one that's wrong, but I need to break this down a little bit at a time because there's so much to break down. Okay. Now, and I'm hoping you're right because if you're right about this, we can fuck over a lot of people. But let's start with this. Number one, my question is, I'm about to fire him, so if you could just give me a second.
Shit. God. What's going on? You know, I can walk you through every and all process that I use to, you know, do all of my lead work. So I have an explanation for everything. So everything that I do, it's, you know, it's backed by the legal standards.
A legal standard.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Night.
Mr. Knight, this is Quentin Quantum. I have to
call me back later.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So
You wonder why I searched the vehicle.
9 is outside.
let's start with this. All right. You approach, and I need you to be honest with me.
Yeah.
Okay. You saw a vehicle. Was it illegally parked at the time you arrived?
Yeah, it was illegally parked. I had a nice phone call with the chief, and the chief said, "Bobby, all I want you to do is just do good police work."
Listen, you dumb bitch. All right.
Okay, I arrived here. The vehicle
shut
was
the
illegally parked.
fuck up.
Just.
I want direct answers. If you're gonna go on these fucking, scenic routes down like.
I arrived. The vehicle was illegally parked.
Mount fucking bullshit. I ain't got time for that shit. I got some Monster Hunter play. All right.
Yes, sir.
Because right now, earlier today, I had to discuss whether or not to fire your ass, and now I'm over here. I haven't even had a chance to talk to you about that thing. All right.
It's about Alfonso. I know.
All right. So, you saw the vehicle.
Yeah.
All right. And was it illegally parked upon arriving?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you then inventory the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. After you photographed it?
Yes.
Did you then call tow?
No.
Okay. Was your initial intention to tow the vehicle?
I can.
Yes or no?
No.
Then why did you inventory it?
Well, contrary to a popular belief.
Shut the fuck up. Why did you inventory it?
Because any illegally parked vehicle is subject to be searched by LSPD. You don't have to tow the vehicle. I've went through this in court. Any illegally parked vehicle.
Cite the legislation.
There's not a legislation for it, but it's
Why?
It's the fact.
Why?
Why isn't there legislation?
I don't give a fuck what some dumb fuck judge said. They're half of them are fucking brain dead. Cite the legislation.
You can articulate in court that
you know that a judge said that a fucking deagle is not like a fucking tampered firearm, right? Because they don't work for the fucking, what is it called? Whatever the NRA. Judges say random shit. Just because you won in there doesn't mean anything.
Well, there's not a legislation.
Are you
stating.
gonna hold on? Is Barrett, that court case between you and whatever that dumb fuck's name is?
Hell,
did you agree with Barrett?
No.
Was he right? All right. So, explain to me what makes you think that you can search an illegally parked vehicle.
To document everything inside of it.
Why would you document it?
Because the vehicle's illegally parked.
Who the fuck told you that?
Oh, no, this is all legal. I mean, this is held up to be in court.
No.
It holds up. Sarge, I do this 24/7, Sarge. Me and Sawyer,
I
did it.
swear to God, I'm going to bring you in the back of a fucking barn and end you, Bobby.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And that means your career. I don't give a fuck what judge told you what. I don't give a fuck what fucking Sawyer told you. I want you to explain to me how you have the legal grounds to search someone's possession based on it's illegally fucking parked. Who the fuck is training that? One dumb fuck is ruling on that. What in the fuck?
Parking, I mean, unauthorized parking is.
No. Oh my God. Wait. Has shit gotten this bad? There is no way it's gotten this bad that you're telling me, number one, other cops are doing it. Number two, the DOJ is agreeing with it for God fuck knows what reason. And number three, you are on copium that you can do this? No. The only reason we ever have the ability to go into someone's vehicle is to inventory it in order to do a tow. That is it.
Well, I search illegally parked vehicles all the time, and I have, never has a judge. Sir, it works for me, so
no, you're not going to do that anymore. If you find anyone else in this department is doing that shit, you're gonna let me know immediately. This
Dylan
is
Sawyer.
fucking
Carmine
bad.
Costello.
Okay, Sawyer and Costello are telling you to do this.
And you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I was probably gonna tow it halfway through because she was bitching
you
at me.
stupid, dumb motherfucker. Bobby, look at me. You know why I'm treating you like a bitch? Because I want you to be better. And right now, it sounds listen. You know what I did? You've heard the shit I've done, right?
I can issue a citation and tow the vehicle simultaneously. Plausible deniability. I can issue a citation.
You're looking at a guy that killed a cop in front of 15 others, named a goddamn park over it. Yeah, fucking Dark and Rhodes' child. The fucking motherfucker pulled the gun out and fucking clapped his ass in front of 15 people. And you know what? I did so legally. And why? Because I was able to articulate it. Why do I tell everyone RSPC? You got to do it right. You don't just get to search someone's shit. Brother, you're on some listen, all right? You're on some.
I'm going to say it.
No. You know, my ass got trained by Jordan Steele. All right? Me and Wrangler used to slap asses fucking people up. You know what? We weren't even allowed. We stopped hanging out together because we used to fuck up lives. You know how we were able to do that? Because we could fucking actually articulate why we're doing it.
And I can articulate
but you know what it sounds like? You sound like no. You sound like some dumb fuck that sat on the radio being like, "Oh my god, I want to do that too." But instead of doing it right, you're just kind of making up shit.
Okay. No. You know what? I can articulate it. The penal code reads, "Vehicle is subject to tow," so I can issue a parking ticket and tow the vehicle simultaneously.
You can't. You dumb fuck.
Yes, you can.
No,
yes,
you
can.
cannot.
Yes, you can.
I swear to God, I'm going to kick you down.
I
am genuinely thinking right now that I may need to bump you down because you need to have a good faith belief that charge applies, you stupid bitch. All right? What that
charge
means
does
is
apply. Unauthorized parking. I can tow the vehicle and issue.
Hey, brother, you better get shot, man.
Sir?
every single thing that you do as law enforcement, right? From the moment you're detaining someone, you need to know.
Arrest.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
What?
Okay, you're getting quizzed.
Yes, sir.
You have a 37 call coming from a 24/7 gas station.
Yeah.
Upon arriving on scene, you see a masked up individual.
Yeah.
You approach him. You're only by yourself. What can you do?
You're by yourself. Just that one person.
Yeah.
Is there any other units?
You have other units that can back you up if needed.
Detain the individual.
Okay. Based on what?
Well, he has a mask. He's at the scene of a call. You know, him being at the scene of a call and having the mask. That's... Sir!
Holy fuck. Oh my... What? You can't. What did he do?
What do you mean, what did he do?
RS for what?
RS because he's at the scene of a goddamn call. He has a
What's
mask.
a 37?
The drug cell, I think. Is that what the 37?
Bobby, I'm not even kidding right now. Listen, you know what the sad thing is? That I wouldn't be surprised if 50% of the force would have answered the same way.
Okay, suspicious activity. My bad. You can still detain him.
No, you can't. For what charge?
Okay. For what charge? Listen.
For what charge? For what charge?
Listen.
For what charge?
Listen. For arrest.
No, I'm asking you a question.
You shut up. You shut up. You shut the
5 daps.
I'm sorry, sir. Okay, sir. Let me tell
What?
You. RS.
What?
You arrive on
What?
scene. If you.
What?
Trespassing. Felony trespassing.
Let me ask you a genuine question.
Yes, sir.
See, this is look, I know I'm grilling you right now, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like, genuinely 50% of the police force has probably been trained in the same way. So it's not even on you. You're just trying to pull some like shit that's way above your skill set.
Oh no,
right?
It's not above my skill set.
You don't even know how to obtain RS.
Yes, I do know how
No,
to
you
obtain
don't.
arrest.
You just
you show
just
up there
showed
right
me.
now. You said outside of a 24/7. That could be, who knows? That could be a robbery happened, suspicious activity. That's a lot
Based
of things
on
that
what?
could be happening. Based on the call of the suspicious activity, and there's an individual masked up. You can ask, do you have
Holy
a prescription
fucking
for
shit!
that?
You're,
What do you mean?
motherfucker, you sound
What do
like
you mean
one.
bullshit?
You. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm losing my mind.
What?
Bobby, you know what's crazy?
What?
I actually thought you were like actually pretty good in court. I'm starting to realize that you're just really good at bamboozling.
Okay, no, this is, you have RS. There is a suspicious activity call. You show up there.
How do you have
anything
RS?
could be-
What do you have RS? What charge?
Okay, the moment you get RS.
What charge did you have the moment you detained
When you
him?
get the call.
What
Okay,
charge
listen,
did you have the moment? You said you detained
There is
him.
a lot of factors. There's a lot of circumstances. It could be
Give me a
trespassing.
charge.
It could be robbery.
What
robbery.
did that
Burglary.
person do?
Burglary.
What did you suspect he did?
Burglary.
Based on a random phone call?
Based on a dispatch call, I arrive on scene and I see an individual
No.
inside of a 24/7. You know, we're gonna do trespassing. I see an individual inside of a 24/7 with a mask on. If he doesn't have a prescription for that mask, who's to say that he's not trying to rob the
Do you know
place?
what good faith means?
I do know what good faith.
I don't think you do.
Okay.
Because you're describing bad faith detainments.
That is not bad faith.
It is bad faith detainment.
That's a good ass
No,
faith
it's
detainment.
not. This is like, Bobby, I am like being honest with you. What you are saying right now is unacceptable.
I think you're gaslighting me. Sir? Is there any way I can go to this traffic court before I get
Are you? Did it
Temp
get
charge?
called out?
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
dispatch.
Okay, let's go. Bobby,
Yeah, yes, sir.
you and I need to have a very serious conversation
Yeah, yes, sir.
about your future. And no, actually, you know what? Hold on 1 second.
Sir? Hey, what's going on, sir?
Hold on, let me just. Oh shit! Sorry.
I'll be down in the corner.
No, give me a second. Give me a second.
Yellow.
Hey, are you? Do you know what judge is looking over this Bobby Charles case?
Murray Falconer.
I would assume it's one of the other two that are around right now.
Oh, okay.
It's not me.
It's Faulkner. All right.
It's
Beautiful.
either Falconer. Oh, okay. There you go.
Beautiful. Thank you. Bye. What's that?
Hi, Brian.
Hey, are you watching over Bobby's court case?
Yeah, I'm the one taking it.
Easy. Is there any way we could hold it off for 10 minutes? I'm discussing a very serious matter with him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome.
He just texted me saying be there in 5, so maybe he thinks that conversation's got to.
No. I'm not done with him yet.
Oh, well, have fun with that.
All right. Thank you very much. I
You know what,
appreciate it,
Knight,
Justice.
I am going to go ahead and say
bye-bye.
there's a lot of things that a 37
Come
call
over
could
here.
be.
That's
suspicious activity that
Yeah,
could stem
you-
from a robbery, that could stem
Do you
from,
let me do you mind if I completely berate you over how pissed I am?
No.
Okay.
No, sir. I'll
Okay.
sit down.
All right. So a stupid old lady ends up.
Yeah. What's going on?
Okay. Someone makes a phone call and says, "Hey, Bobby Charles is in the area." How are you? Okay. Number one, you're going to write this down. Okay. You're going to write this down.
Yeah.
Number one, reasonable suspicion requires a officer to have good faith in a crime possibly taking place, a specific charge that you can point at on the penal code. Do you understand that concept, Bobby? That you cannot just throw a net out and say, "Yo, dog, this guy's got a mask on. He's." Do you know what profiling is called? Do you know why Terry versus Ohio became a thing?
I profile a lot of people, sir.
Okay. Do you know why Terry versus Ohio exists?
Yeah. There was a guy who had a large bulge, and cops told him to step out of the car.
Yeah, there was other aspects of that court case that are kind of left out from our penal code. It's because cops used to go down into the hood and be like, damn, that guy. They used to be like, okay, we're not going that deep, all right? Before you start owing, making it sound like it's something else. People used to go down into urban areas and be like, damn, that motherfucker's got a hoodie on. He's probably got a gun. Let me just like fucking search his ass up. All right? That's how these laws came into play. That's how those case laws came into play. Because officers were just saying, yo, that guy looks suspicious for some arbitrary reason. I am going to I'm going to frisk him. That is why you need RS. That Terry versus Ohio isn't just, yo, dog, we can now frisk people. No, it was stopping police officers from arbitrarily saying someone is suspicious and fucking frisking their ass.
Well, how do you have RS even show up to the suspicious activity call?
You don't need RS. You're allowed to be there. But you need to observe and be able to know what it is that you're looking for. If Blarney's has a 37, right? Now, first off, our dispatch is fucking dumb as shit. I don't know how the fuck we know it's a drug call. That's a whole nother thing. All right. But if you go down there, you not only does the RS need to have to do with a particular charge, you need to know specifically who it is. Now that can be, no, not a description. Like, let's say a call came, yo, some people are doing some weird shit, I think, over by Senior Buns, and a cop came down and saw the three of us here. At that point in time, due to the size of how big this place is, right? They can come up to us and be like, hey, is anything strange happening? Or they can watch and wait and see if we're doing something that goes beyond just suspicion of existing. But until you have a charge that you're suspecting an individual or some series of individuals to have done, you can't do shit. If you try to detain them, you have now...
I have a question.
Hold on. You have violated their civil rights. And everything that spawns out of that, right? Even if you ended up finding a gun, even if it turned out they had a fucking brick of coke up their ass, all of it's inadmissible if that information came out. Go ahead.
What about if, let's say mass shooting call? We don't get descriptions.
No, we're not getting. No, brother. We're not going. You're on preschool right now. All right. Let's not get to middle school yet. Now we're gonna go back to this toll call. All right.
Yeah.
That the only time you can inventory that vehicle is when you're actually intending to tow it. You cannot.
Dylan Sawyer and Carmine Costello do it every day.
Then they need to get in trouble. And I'm gonna go find out about that. I'm gonna write this down.
They do it every day, and that's the reason that like all that EMS stuff happened. It all stemmed from Dylan Sawyer and Carmine illegally searching the car.
Okay.
You're fucking up.
Okay.
Dylan Sawyer and Carmine, they're the ones that said, "Hey, Bobby, did you know we could do this?"
Huh?
Dylan Sawyer and Carmine Costello, sir.
Oh my god. Okay. So you...
Listen, I need to save my job. Listen, I need to save my job. Okay? I love my job. I'm like a sponge. I'm ready.
Oh my god, fuck. Okay.
Just to be clear, Sarge, we were taught to only inventory vehicle during tows. I don't think this is a cross.
That's not true. Problem. That's not true.
Listen,
that is not.
Stop. Do not talk to anybody about this. I'm gonna handle this.
Again. This stays.
All right. This needs to stay between us. Bobby, do you feel like you're being pressured into this?
No.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. You know what? I'm gonna say I fucking caught a goddamn 24-hour suspension because I was in the same goddamn room as Sawyer and Carmine. And then they said they gaslit me thinking that they saved my job. And then they kept on gaslighting. And then, fuck Sawyer and Carmine. And now they're saying that they have the biggest case of all time against the goddamn EM.
we need to get this on recording to protect you, Bobby.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, let's go down to Mission Row.
What about
Let me call the justice and let me see if I can handle it.
How about we just withdraw the charges?
We're dealing with a pretty big situation. That's up to you, Bobby. Do you want to go down there and let him know? I'm not going to say it over the phone.
No, we can just I can withdraw prosecution withdrawals charges.
I think you should say that. I don't want to do it on your behalf. Let's go.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah. All right.
I can call him.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you guys on the way then?
He's gonna call you. I don't want to telephone this. All right.
All right, no problem.
All right. Bye. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, Murray, due to the unseen fortunate events, the prosecution will be withdrawing any and all of the unauthorized parking charges. So, yeah, I won't be able to attend the courtroom due to unforeseen circumstances. So yes, we do wish to drop the charges. So no longer is the LSPD pursuing unauthorized parking. Okay, so I'm not getting contempt, am I? I mean, we're dropping the charges. LSPD, we're not pursuing them. Yeah, because we're dropping the charges. So no need to appear. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. They're
all
dropped.
Right.
That is.
All right, get down to Mission Row.
Wish you luck, brother. Don't say you're an animal, brother. I hope you learned something one night. I need you to learn. Your job's on the
Hey, Sarge, what's going on?
I just uncovered a huge fucking issue. I need you down at Mission Row.
Mission Row. All right,
Bobby, I caught Bobby doing something.
Oh God, he's in a traffic court right now.
No, he was. He's dropping the charges because as I started to piece together what happened, and I started asking him questions, I realized he didn't know what RS was. It goes deep, all right? And as I was trying to explain to him that what he did was wrong, and he kept trying to tell me I was wrong, and then he... Apparently, him, Sawyer, and Carmine have been illegally searching vehicles, which is how the quote-unquote whole EMS thing happened. He said a bunch of shit, and I realized I need to get him down in an interrogation and get this in recording, and I think he should be there.
Okay, as soon
I don't
as
know what half of this
even if
means.
they just drive past MRPD, I'll have them drop me off. No problem.
Okay,
I'll be there as soon as I can.
All right. Is there somewhere we can do that? Actually, we should probably do it somewhere that people don't walk in.
Okay.
I'll find a spot for us.
Hold on. Let me tell you. Oh, this vehicle just crashed.
All right, come with me, Bobby.
I think this vehicle is out. Okay. I'm on channel 2, by the way.
Okay, easy. All right, I will. Let's do the rooftop. I'll put a.
Okay. Are you sure about it?
I'm trying to think. Like, where can we?
Is it just going to be you and I chatting? You're not bringing Bobby, right?
I think it should just be me and the captain, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask Radic. Okay, and then
meet me in Little Soul. Meet me in Little Soul.
Come with me, and then Radic can make that decision.
Yeah, I need
pick me up in Little Soul.
Pike, 1 second before come over here. I gotta tell you something. Pike.
No, Bobby, you're not. No.
Stay with the.
No.
Stay with the Sarge.
No, you're staying with me, Bobby.
You know, I really love my job.
You know where the pagoda is?
Sarge.
The pagoda
in Little Soul. Yeah, at the end of Vespucci here, like where it merges in with North Rockford, kind of by Vespucci PD. You know where that is?
Did you want us to go over there?
Yeah, just pick me up here because I had to hop out of that car so I can go on the boost.
Everyone with me.
All right. Yeah, I just need a ride. I'll be in Little Soul.
Ping 676.
All right. If I get kidnapped right now, it's by a D10, pink D10.
Okay, sounds good.
It's an interference. All right, bye.
God, fucking damn it.
Heading through.
Yeah, you can come, Pike. I'm gonna ultimately allow put it up to Radic. You know, I don't know how we, usually when it comes to these things, it's always good to limit it so that it doesn't spiral out of control. You know what I mean?
100%. I don't plan on doing any input. I just kind of like a learning thing for me.
Okay. All right. Everything's going to be fine, Bobby, all right? What the fuck did I run into? Bro, what the fuck is happening? When he just like, yo, he just started throwing. I so wish we had more PDs.
Yeah, agreed. How's it going, Bobby?
Let's do it at Mission Row in one of the interrogation rooms. I think, and we'll just
everybody dies eventually. That's fine, bro.
Oh my god.
Carmine pulled out his penis in my car one time.
All right.
What? Huh?
Oh my god. You know, I was gonna play Monster Hunter tonight, and then like this happened.
Well,
Decent game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's you know, it's not that bad. It's you know, it's pretty good. It's good. It's like it's you know, like 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable, but you know.
Uh-oh, they're pulling a shotgun on channel 2. Oh boy.
All right.
Okay.
What the hell did I run into?
Guys, I love my job, guys. Captain, sorry.
All right. Bobby, I need your phone.
Oh. No, I consent to you searching it. Don't worry.
No. Oh, I wasn't going to. I was just going to hold on to it.
I have a lot of dick pics on there. Let's see those, sir.
No, thank you.
I got Pike's dick pic on there.
The fuck is it's Ramadan, brother? I keep a halal.
All right.
I got Shield's dick pic on there.
All right. Are you okay? I don't want to know how you got it. All right. Okay, we're gonna do the following. You will use this observation room.
Yeah.
Pike, you can stay in observation. You can listen in on this. Anything that is mentioned in this interrogation, you are to keep it to yourself. This is a command matter. I fine with you using it as like a learning experience. You know, you don't talk to anybody about it unless the command directly handling it approaches you on it. This is, you know, Bobby is deserving of his privacy over these matters, right?
100%. It doesn't leave this room.
Beautiful. If anybody comes in, you let them know that you've been instructed not to let anyone in. The exception would be another captain or the chief.
Got you.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Right this way, Bobby.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Oh, good. What was that?
Yeah, I just had a little, you know, blue raspberry, strawberry, blue raspberry ice. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and turn on a recording right here. Give me a sec.
We need to read him that whole Brady thing.
Yep. I'm going to read him the whole Brady thing.
Sergeant, I actually both have a photo that I need to show both of you guys. That is very,
okay, just give me 1 second, all right? Just bear with me.
I've got a handy if you'd like for me to take care of that.
Oh, yes.
There are people in the precinct trying to murder me.
Maybe I don't have it handy. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. Let me go ahead and pull it up. All right. All right. It is 11:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, May 1st, 2025. He's Sergeant Brian Knight, Los Santos Police Department. To my right-hand side.
Captain Mateo Radich, Los Santos Police Department.
Mr. Charles, Officer Charles here. Today you're going to be asked to provide information as a part of a internal and or administrative investigation. This is a voluntary interview, and you do not have to answer questions if your answers would tend to implicate you in a crime. No disciplinary action will be taken against you solely for refusing to answer questions. However, the evidentiary value of your silence may be considered in administrative proceedings as part of facts surrounding your case. Any statement you do choose to provide may be used as evidence in criminal and or administrative proceedings. Once again, this interview is voluntary. You can refuse to answer self-incriminating questions. Silence alone won't result in discipline, and your statements may be used in administrative or criminal proceedings. Are we understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and also it's 3/1/2025. Just to be clear. Bobby, we had a brief chat earlier today, specifically around an incident revolving an individual whom you had attempted to ticket, and we went on to discuss that matter after they had driven off, and we got into a bit of a back and forth about how reasonable suspicion works, how there needs to be good faith involved, how when a vehicle needs to be, when you're, that a vehicle cannot be searched for inventory unless you have a intent, a good faith intent of towing the car. And as we were going back and forth, and I still think we have a lot more to discuss over it, and I really do want to do that with you. You have a lot of promise there, Bobby. But as we were going over that, you mentioned to me that it was very much legal. And when I pressed and said, explain to me how, you said some things. Bobby, what happened?
I got a question. You know, if I say anything on here, this isn't going to be used to fire me, is it?
No.
This isn't going to be used to give me daps.
I will tell you how I operate when it comes to disciplining individuals. Disciplining individuals to me is I start with the baseline, and if I believe that the individual who may have done something wrong understands and is looking to improve, then that discipline should be significantly reduced. And I think right now the cooperation that you're showing here, Bobby, shows that you want to do right by the department.
You know, I want to see Shift to do great things, sir.
What did you tell me about about Carmine and Sawyer?
Well, I have a photo that if I could share with both of you, that would paint this picture into a better light. It's a photo of Carmine when I was speaking to him yesterday.
Okay. Are Sawyer and Carmine searching vehicles that are illegally parked?
Yes.
Did you see them do this and then you decided to
I can
join along?
So
go ahead.
I was inside of the vehicle with Dylan and Carmine. And Dylan and Carmine, they said, "Bobby, we're gonna do great things together." They called us we were the Three Musketeers. Great things were gonna happen to us. I was 15 days without any daps, without nothing. I was on the straight and narrow path. I was looking promising. Not one dap besides the 6 that I got, but they were gonna fall off in 15 days. And the chief actually told me, "Bobby, you're doing great work." And then ever since I got that goddamn car, my fucking life has been ruined. Ever since Sawyer came around, that bitch ruined my life. You know what? So did Carmine. He also ruined my life.
Okay. What did they do?
Well, we were in the car, and somewhere along the lines, Sawyer was like, contacted a judge. I believe it was, I forgot the name of the judge. And then Sawyer was like, "You guys realize that we can search illegally parked cars?" And he was like, "Why don't we go ahead and do it?" And we drove down to CMC.
Okay.
And then we saw an illegally parked car. And then immediately, Carmine hopped inside of that illegally parked car. Immediately, he hopped inside of that goddamn illegally parked car. And then the lady was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then, Sawyer was like, "Are you the owner of this vehicle?" And then the lady got in the car, and then a big ass chase happened. And then once this chase happened, fucking it's something about like the whole EMS thing started to happen because of all this. And listen, this is all goddamn Sawyer and Carmine's fault.
Let's slow down.
My life was amazing. I was on the straight. I didn't have a dap. I wasn't getting reprimanded until fucking Sawyer woke up. And then I got caught in the middle of this.
Okay. All right. Bobby, you said Sawyer put y'all up to it? Is that what I'm hearing?
Sawyer and Carmine both. This was a group fucking effort, and I caught a fucking dap inside of that hospital all because of fucking Sawyer. I didn't even fucking do anything.
Okay. Why you mentioned Sawyer said you can look inside illegally parked cars. Explain to me where he came up with that.
All I know is that he, I believe that we were going for the traffic stop to raid, so that's where
you were trying to
begin. Well, sir, I just want to say my life was going amazing before I met Dylan Sawyer.
Yeah.
Dylan Sawyer and Carmine ruined my life.
Okay, and I understand there's traffic stop to raid there's nothing inherently wrong with that. If you know what you're doing. But it sounds like you Three Musketeers or Three Stooges, whichever one we want to go with, seemingly don't know the basis of how that starts.
Listen, sir.
Why did you believe that you could just search a vehicle that was illegally parked?
I don't like using this defense, sir, but I was following orders.
From who?
Sawyer and Carmine.
I
am tired of
what's
fucking
your rank?
Sawyer. Officer.
What's their rank?
Officer. But you know what, sir? I am tired of fucking Sawyer and Carmine getting all this goddamn. Oh, people are saying that they're doing so good. No, they are not doing fucking good, and they ruined my goddamn life.
Officer Charles. At the time of the incident that we're talking about here, the one we just referenced, were you aware of both Officer Sawyer and Officer Costello's ranks?
Yeah. totally. Yep. Yeah,
So you were aware of their ranks and their status in the department.
So what do you mean following orders then, Bobby? If you all have the same rank. Were you trying to fit in?
Okay, no. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. My life was fucking good before Sawyer and Carmine came along. I was 15 days without any damps. There was no reprimanding, and then they fucking did all this EMS shit. I didn't even fucking do anything. I was just standing
what
in the room.
EMS shit? You keep bringing this up.
Oh, they threatened to arrest EMS over some stuff.
Okay, I don't really see the relevance.
Well, this all started from
let's stick.
Sawyer came along. Ever since, I'm tired of Sawyer.
Why
he ruined my life?
Bobby, did Carmine and Sawyer put you up to searching vehicles simply because they are illegally parked?
Any answer that I give isn't gonna. Any answer that this isn't gonna be used against me in any sort of like.
I want to see you improve, Bobby. I think you're pretty good in court.
You're not gonna tell the chief. You're not gonna look. The chief's mad at me right now. Okay.
Why is he mad at you?
Because Alfonso said that I stole his teeth.
I am also dealing with that as well.
Oh, I'm gonna say it hypothetically. If I did steal his
stop.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Remember when I said we're gonna stay on track? We're not gonna veer off course into ADHD land, into 5 different other topics that are not related. Let's stay on topic. Where did Sawyer get the impression? Where did you get the impression that you could search a vehicle for it simply being illegally parked?
Well, Sawyer, I believe, talked to somebody in the DOJ about it. I don't remember specifically, but we were all in the car, and Sawyer was like, "Hey, did you guys know that we can search illegally parked cars?"
Did you not? Based on what? Did he speak to somebody? Did he just come up with some shit? What made you believe him?
Carmine tried to ocean dump me that day. Listen, that day was very.
Hey, excuse me.
Painful. Yeah, Carmine tried to ocean dump me that day, Sergeant.
Okay.
I
so that's concerning, but okay.
I have
all
photo
right.
evidence.
Okay. Go. Okay. And we want to see all this, but what made you believe them?
I don't know. I guess I just folded. 2 of them.
So you just assumed they were right. Was it that you assumed that they were right, or did you feel pressured?
I guess.
Okay. All right. Do you, after our conversation, do you now recognize that reasonable suspicion requires suspicion in good faith towards a crime?
Sir,
that can be
yes,
articulated.
I do. Sir, I completely understand that, sir. You know, I have a good basis. I'm like a sponge, sir, and I am ready to learn.
Okay.
I love my job so much, sir.
If a vehicle is illegally parked,
you have to have the intent to tow the vehicle, and you only inventory the vehicle. You don't take anything. You inventory the vehicle as a way for the LSPD to say, hey, this is what we saw when we towed it, and then this is, if you're missing anything, this is
that
just
includes marking it for tow, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, marking it for tow.
Okay.
And, actually, according to the Supreme Court, the tow driver has to be en route before you inventory the vehicle. The United States Supreme Court.
Good. That is correct. Right. You know how we handle it here in San Andreas?
You intend to have a
as soon you well there's two ways. One is you go in, you inventory it, and then you go and mark it, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Or in our and that's assuming that there's no PD tow. If there is PD tow, you call them down, right? Then you go and do it. However, as you did in this particular case, you for whatever reason decided to call the owner, which I can understand if you reneged on it. Like, hey, you know what? I'm actually going to call them or whatever. But it's the same thing like Miranda, right? So Miranda is not just, it's protection for us. It's so that any question that we ask, we know it can go on the record and we know we can use it in court. That's why I always train that you do the Miranda on scene, en route, in the cells. You do it 3 times, you keep it, you always, if you accidentally one of them, you have 2 backups. Why? Because you don't know what they're going to say. In the same vein, if you're trying to pump off cars, all right, and trust me, I'm very well aware how that works. I've done a lot of them, a lot, is that you make sure that you do the inventory and immediately have evidence that you are issuing a tow. Because if you do not do that, it looks like you are maliciously searching a vehicle illegally. You have no right to search the vehicle. It is an inventory. And if as a part of that inventory you happen to find some illicit drugs or whatever the fuck, yeah, now it's turning into a crime. Is that understood?
Sir, when I tell you that,
I'm asking you a yes or no question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second, a citation. Let's move on to the next thing. All right. The citation, you wanted to issue it. You called her down, right? You called her. She showed up. And then you tried to make a lawful order for her to produce an ID. Why did you do that?
Well,
that was once again illegal, right?
Let me undivulge. Well, sir, I have been in court.
Do we have parking tickets?
Yes, we do. It's just general citations. It's under.
No, I'm saying, do we have parking tickets we can put on the vehicle?
No.
No.
Do we? No. Listen,
a citation requires the individual to have either been in the vehicle at the time the citation is being issued. Well, you cannot cite someone whom you did not see in the vehicle driving it, have them come down, and then give them an unlawful order, which that was, to number 1, produce an identification. That's an illegal seizure. And number 2, force them to take off their mask. Number 1, you cannot detain someone for a citation that you don't even know whether they drove the car or not. You can't constructively get effectively a parking or moving violation when you didn't even witness them in the vehicle to begin with. Because a citation, citations are a shortcut so that parking violations do not need to go to court. You recognize that? The citations came because people weren't trying to go to fucking traffic court because they illegally parked. That's how citations came into play. It's kind of why magistrates exist. And when they sign it, it's not an admission of guilt. All right? It's an acknowledgement that they've got the ticket, and then they go to traffic court for it in front of a magistrate. Those things do not give you the ability, you cannot utilize that to go and detain someone to see whether or not they own the vehicle or not. It doesn't work that way. Is there any confusion over this, or do I need to deep dive this more? because this should be common sense.
You're already balls deep, sir. You don't got to go deeper. I'm ready.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure if you were ever in New York and there was a fucking parking maid or a cop
why
noticed you on a red tie,
that place sucks.
You wouldn't fucking see them walk up to you being like, "Hey, you look like Bobby. Show me your ID." Do you know what a lawful order is?
Yeah, of course I do.
What's a lawful order?
I know what a lawful order is, sir.
What is a lawful order?
It's an order. Okay. I know what this. Listen, I know this looks bad. A lawful order is an order made by.
Go ahead, use ChatGPT, you dumb fuck.
No. A lawful order is.
Go ahead, pull up ChatGPT. Go ahead, pull it up. Pull it up.
A lawful order is an order made by law enforcement. That's what it is.
No.
That is backed by.
No.
A good
you know, I used to have a lieutenant back in the day that actually tried to convince everyone that is exactly that definition. And when I had to explain to him that's not a lawful order, that lawful orders need to have a basis in law. You need to have it's a lawful order.
has to have a basis in law for whatever command is being said.
Right.
That right there.
Or if the order is based on a public safety concern. Like, as an example, I tell you stop. That's a lawful order. But I'm giving it to you lawfully because I have the right to detain you at the time.
Yeah.
If I had RS. Right? If there is a building that is on fire and civilians are standing by it where it could collapse, I can give them a lawful order to back away for their own safety and the safety of others. Right? I cannot, however, what do you call it? Detain someone because I see someone running down the street and I'm like, you know what? You need to stop. I didn't have a lawful reason for it. Is this making sense? I had no reason I couldn't detain him.
Yes, sir.
So that order was unlawful.
Yes, sir. It has to be backed by actual certain laws.
So when you said show me your ID, how is that lawful?
Well, sir, I was under the impression, I take full respect. I was under the impression that, since I've been to court many a times, and I've always, every time that I have ever, issued anything to anybody, I always get an identification because, my word isn't just enough. I've had court proceedings where,
this is a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. This is like Donald Trump shit. I'm gonna be honest.
I asked for the ID because I was going to issue her a citation.
It's the very best.
And if it went to court, I wanted a fucking a sealed case. I have the ID. I have a photo of her. I have a photo of the car. I have a photo of the plate. I just wanted a sealed case, so I got the ID to make my case more fucking sealed.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
What?
How does that answer the question?
Why did I ask her for an ID? Because I was issuing her a citation. I wanted to verify her identity.
You gave her a lawful order to produce an ID. Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
Was it lawful?
No, it was not lawful at the time. No, it was not. I know that now, sir.
Thank you. Good. Your ass could have pumped a raid, found a murder weapon, it all would have been inadmissible.
Yes, sir.
It's what I train every cadet. It's actually crazy. And then I get questioned why do I drill RS and PCs? Because shit like this. Because what the fuck are you pumping? You're pumping your way out of a job.
Sir, I'm never going to do anything like this again, sir. I promise
what
you that.
What if you
now, sir.
found a murder weapon in that vehicle? And then all this came out. Defense attorney would be like, why the fuck did you search the car? Be like, well, it was illegally parked, brother. And it's like, okay. You mean inventory? Yeah. Did you call a tow? No. Did you mark it for a tow? No. Did you call our client? Yeah. I did. Okay, then, and she answered, right? So then why were you towing it? How long was the vehicle there and obstructing traffic? You know what fruit of the poisonous tree is, right?
Yeah, it's you know, evidence obtained through illegal means.
All right. All right. Well, it sounds like you understand. At least this much.
You don't have to. You're not going to tell the chief about this, are you?
I think you don't need to worry about that. I don't see why this needs to go all the way up to the chief. Why would it need to go up?
My job.
What does the chief
I
have
love
to
my
do
job.
with this?
The chief is on my ass. Dylan and Sawyer are like telling the chief that it's all my fault. And listen, I have everybody's working against me.
Hold on a second. Can I, Sergeant? Can I just take the table here for a second? Can you say it's you said Sawyer and who?
Carmine.
And what are they doing exactly when you're talking about this? They're saying what is your fault?
They're making me the goddamn scapegoat for everything that fucking goes wrong when we're all three together when I don't fucking do anything. Listen, that was not my fault. All that shit happened. And Dylan and fucking Sawyer blamed it all on me and the fucking chief believed.
Elaborate. All what shit? Are we talking in reference to this parking complaint that you're just talking about Sergeant Knight, or are you talking about something else?
It all started from the you know, the parking stuff, and then it led to me getting a DAP, and then it led to you know, Sawyer and Carmine telling the chief how much of saying that I was doing a terrible job. They both said that I was doing a terrible job to actually fucking save themselves. Dylan and Sawyer both, and then the chief believed him, and now apparently Carmine and fucking Sawyer are doing the fucking best of the best, even though they're goddamn snake. And Carmine tried to ocean dump me. He was considering doing it. He helped me up with a gun.
Okay, one thing at a time. Okay, what should we unpack first? What do you mean ocean dump?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Carmine and Sawyer took me out to a beach, and they started talking to me, and they said, Bobby, we're trying to save...
What day?
We're trying to... yes.
Yesterday?
After my 24-hour suspension, I got a phone call from
Okay,
Sawyer.
hold on. Let's start with the... Yesterday?
Yesterday.
After tsunami?
Yes.
How many hours?
I'd say like 4 Eastern Standard?
4 Eastern Standard. Was it just the three of you?
Yes.
Do you have any evidence? Like location?
I have a photo.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hand you this phone. And go ahead and pull it up and show us the photo. Now, with your own volition, if you wanna show it to us, no, don't twat it. Put it in a document link, and you can share it with us or slide across the desk if you want. This is your choice, right? What the hell did we run into? 4 minutes, boys and girls. 4 minutes. Doop, doop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Run it up, run it up. Bro, what the fuck is going on? I was going to get off, and then all this happened. I'm just supposed to get off like 2 hours ago, chat. All right. Yo, thank you, homie. Beep, beep. Were you on duty or off duty?
I was
You were sorry?
I was suspended.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. You took a selfie while you had a gun to the back of your head?
Yes.
Did you have a good faith belief that you were going to get shot?
You know, I thought that at the time, yes, I did think that I was going to get shot.
Okay.
I
think we're going to transfer this case to the feds. I'm going to get Mr. Honiton on the line.
Okay, no. I did not think that he was actually going to shoot me. He just had a gun right behind me, and I was like, Carmine, I'm going to take a photo, bitch. And then I did take the fucking photo.
Okay. All right. So you didn't actually believe he was going to shoot you?
No, he wasn't actually going to shoot me. But, you know, like,
so you just got done.
Beach.
Okay, so you told us just now that they tried to ocean dump you, but now it was just Carmine, and now you're saying that they weren't actually going to shoot you.
They did try and ocean dump me, but I was like, pussy, you won't do it, you fucking pussy. You won't fucking do it, you dumb, stupid pussy. And then he was like, Bobby, I'm going to do it. I was like, no, you're not going to do it because you're going to lose your job. And then they drove off after they left me at the beach.
Okay. So they weren't actually going to ocean dump you until you balls them?
No, they were going to ocean dump me because I was like, why are you taking me out here, Carmine? And then Carmine was like talking about some shit, and then we were in the middle of the ocean, and then Sawyer was like, Bobby, I want to get you in on this, Bobby, because, you know, I think all three of us, we can do great things together. And then Carmine said something, and I was like, no, I don't want to be in on this because I hate you. And then Carmine was like, Bobby, we want you to get in on this. And then Carmine was like, Bobby, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, Bobby. I'm going to do it. And I said, no, you won't do it, bitch. But then he did not do it. But, you know, he was planning on doing it.
Okay. What's going on with this EMS thing?
Oh, well, yesterday there was an incident involving EMS and a 95 where they did not let Sawyer, me and Carmine, to go watch over this 95. And they essentially kicked us out of one of the rooms, and Sawyer started threatening to arrest everybody for obstruction of justice. Sawyer called for 77s. You know, it was a whole big ordeal. And then we all got in trouble for it.
Okay. This is an ongoing matter?
I think. I don't know. I got suspended the same day, so you know.
Okay.
I don't really,
okay. So this is someone's looking at it.
I've got a question for Officer Charles here. When you said you were out on a boat, correct? Is that what you were just stating, that you were out on the ocean in a boat with the?
No. We weren't on a boat. We were on the beach.
Okay. At this point, when they said we want to get you in on this, is that the correct phrase you just used?
Yes. This. They refer
what is
to
this in referencing
as,
to? Yeah.
They refer to this as the biggest.
Banish, thank you, the 5 man.
LSPD history.
Taztron, thank you.
Do you know
40
which
months.
specific case they're referencing?
All the EMS stuff.
Okay. That's all I had for him, Sarge. If you want to keep asking him questions.
What are Sawyer and what else are Sawyer and Carmine doing?
they are doing everything in their fucking power.
Okay.
Listen,
Let's go incident by incident. Go ahead.
I'll tell you this about Sawyer and Carmine. Both
what the fuck
those motherfuckers will do anything to save the skin off of their fucking ass.
Anonymous, thank you for the
Carmine
5, man.
Both, they will throw anyone and everyone under the bus just so they look good. You know what? When I was suspended, they took advantage of that, and they made up all these horrendous lies about me. They said all these fucking terrible things about me to the chief, and you know what? The chief believed them, and they all got off completely fine. My life was good before Sawyer came around. My life was amazing.
Is this because you think Sawyer is taking Carmine away from you?
No, this is because I was 15 days without a fucking dap, and in the moment that I get involved with something, fucking Sawyer and Carmine, those bitches flip on me and blame it all on me. And then I get a fucking 24-hour suspension.
Okay. Were you not free to make these choices on your own accord?
Well, I was inside of the hospital with all of them, and I was just following along, the scene lead, which was Sawyer. And I was
this
like,
is the
I'm gonna
EMS
back
thing,
you.
right?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna back you guys up, if you think that this is the call. And then I was just backing up my officers.
Okay. Seamus, thank you for the 5. All right. This is all I've got right now because I am missing context on everything else. I'm going to need you to start shaping up, Bobby. And I don't want you trying to do this shit because it's going to get you in a lot of trouble. And we'll keep this between us. All right. And if you see more of this happening, you bring it to me and Reddit. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Am
Go
I
ahead.
getting fired?
And the recording right here. 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Am I getting fired?
You're not getting fired. You mind turn that off for me, Reg? I can't.
Yeah, no problem.
Find out.
You mad at me, sir?
I feel I'm glad you're being honest, Bobby. That's shows a lot of growth.
I have. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I'm not going to.
All right. You get back out there, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You're good, Bobby. You're free to go.
Oh, I'll just.
Like now.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
No, I love my job, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. I love my job.
We don't need you to say much off the recording. Actually, you're good
well,
to go.
I
free to go.
Captain, Sergeant, I'm ready to learn, and I'm going to use all of these newfound skills. About all the good faithness for RS, the lawful order. When to actually apply that, when to properly do everything, and I'm going to use this, and it will reflect in my everyday actions, sir.
All right. You take care.
Where's Peter?
Hey, Bobby. How many daps you got now?
Peter's safe. Peter's, please. Peter's. Boss.
Classic,
Boss, I'm sorry. Tyler.
You really broke him, Sarge.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah. Anybody in here?
Yeah, Pike's in there.
Oh, there we go.
All right. We could talk outside, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Pike's not coming. Okay. So I oh my God.
Take a little walk over by the train tracks here.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know what I don't know how serious any of what he is saying is. Him, Carmine Sawyer, he seemed to want to apparently there might be a bunch of shit going on between the three of them. It sounds like they might be doing some stoogey shit. I am familiar with their practice that they're doing. It's called pumping. At least that's what we used to call it back in the day.
Okay.
The problem is that they don't seemingly know how to do it right. The idea is that you get someone on a traffic stop, you look for signs that they might be doing something a little bit more than what they're leading on to, and then building up RSPC for for a search or maybe a vehicle check. But in the same vein, you could do the same with a vehicle that might be pulled over on the side of the road. And I've done a lot of that, a shitload way back when. In fact, I still do it occasionally today, but not to the extent that he was aiming for.
Probably going over here actually.
The problem is that for some reason, now I'm only assuming right now that we could probably go up the stairs too.
Yeah.
Is that I don't want to go out on a limb here and just say Carmine and Sawyer also are incorrect, but the long and the short of it is they can't, if they're not actually intending to tow the vehicle, that's illegal as shit.
So what I'd like to hear your actually this is kind of a good spot right here, huh?
Yeah.
Let me hear your thoughts on this, Brian, about what do you think the validity of that photo with a gun to the back of his head is? And did you see what I sent you there on your phone while we were in the interrogation?
I think if it was real, then I can't take it for real, because if he actually thought Carmine was going to kill him, that it's a bigger problem than us. Ain't no way he's pulling out a fucking selfie while he actually believes he's going to get shot. Right? And,
that's a bigger issue, I guess. But
and if Bobby truly is that crazy, then we shouldn't have him on the police force to begin with. So I'm kind of on the vibe that, like, it's probably not much of anything. It's just, I think some of this may land on Sawyer and Carmine. I'm sure there's some peer pressure that's being applied. I can definitely see the three of them doing some stuff, but
I mean, he was pissing his pants.
Well, he's already dealing with so much that I think he is on the verge of, like, genuinely getting fired. I say that if we go strictly off, like, DAPs and shit, right?
Yeah. He was just suspended in the last 72 hours, as a matter of fact. So.
Oh my God. And then we've got the thing with
DAPs.
I just got done taking a statement from Alfonso related to Bobby off duty potentially stealing his furniture. And when I told Alfonso, like, how serious it was, Alfonso doesn't want to push it that heavy, but that's looming over his head. Like, Bobby's really playing with fire and kind of testing us, right? And when I say testing, what I mean to say is I am all for people goofing around and there being some understanding of, like, like, I don't have a problem with that photo as an example, right? I'm not going to dig too deep into it. It's Carmine and Bobby. They're both kind of reciprocating unless one decides not to. With the Alfonso thing, if after speaking to Alfonso, he's not trying to make it turn into anything more than apology, maybe have Bobby work down there. I'm not going to, you get what I'm saying? But for other stuff, we can't just look the other way unless we're willing for others to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't know.
Now, here's my concern. I mean, I am concerned with Bobby not aware of people's rights and RS and PC. And like you said, this, what was it again? Pumping?
I think the three tried to pump and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They were trying to pump off like rights violations.
Yeah. And what I'm more concerned with right now, at least from my side of things, is from high command, right? Like, obviously for you, Sarge, you're worried about the daily patrol activities, but you're also aware of what's going on with the hospital and Sawyer and Carmine and Bobby.
Oh, I have no
and
idea.
EMS. Are you not? You do not. Okay. All three of them, and I feel like from the majority of it, the bulk of it I've heard has come from Sawyer. They've been targeting, and even Sawyer made a joke earlier in the shift 1 meeting that he is harassing EMS. Something happened in the hospital. Something happened in the hospital the other day, and I wasn't present for it, but there was a back and forth between.
I'm gonna be real. That makes me quite happy. Fuck EMS.
Right. But
I'm kidding. I'm not that.
Okay, I was about to say. I
mean, I've got some issues with them, right? We got like fucking Chief on our 311, like it's her personal fucking text messaging service, right? I had her interrupting, like getting involved with like me giving orders to a cadet and training him, right? The whole situation with Maxwell, where she decided to quarantine her entire hospital, even though EMS has no authority over the hospital to begin with. Getting some doctors to act on her behalf. There's a lot of problems along those lines. Let alone these fucking ex-sanguinian now cops and their EMS like throwing some shade my way the other day. You know, and the moment I heard about that,
ex-sanguinian, what?
Yeah, there's some like bullshit. So it turns out like I don't know how much is true between us. Okay, I found like fucking it's a whole thing. They were giving me some weird ass fucking energy the other day. So I found remember when I told you I found those vials? Yeah, I didn't find it, but I was pointed to it. We had fucking Spade come through, and she had some like awkward as fuck energy. You know what I'm saying? Like she showed up, not really involved. I'm not saying you can't be there, right? But it was kind of like this like energy of like, I'm here to like, not here for police shit. I'm here for some like, I'm watching over this shit. You know what I mean? You know when you get that like
as a senior deputy, I'm gonna play command kind of shit.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? Like it was very like I could tell something was off. And well, you know, me and Barrett are just like fucking around with each other. You know what I mean? We're saying things like, you know, like Marlo's like pretended to throw the fucking, you know, he's throwing bottles at him. He's like, Marlo's my son, right? He's throwing the fuck was it? Anthrax. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you. This is anthrax. And he's throwing these bottles at Barrett. Barrett's freaking out. Barrett almost shoots him. I'm like, no, they're just bottles. That's not it. He's just throwing like fucking beer bottles, right? And then we're just talking about like his past. Barrett used to sell guns way back in the day, and you know, we're just like, you know, it's like talking. She out of the nowhere goes, "Oh yeah, you're the first cop to strap a bomb on somebody," but it wasn't on some like funny shit. It was on some like it was odd. It was very strange. I'm thinking about something like, excuse me, bitch? Turns out, apparently she used to date Veronica.
Huh.
And I go down to the hospital, and they're all there in a circle. And at first, I didn't think anything of it. But as I'm like talking to, I don't know. Listen, it's not that deep. Right?
Here's
but
my
I'm not
issue.
Surprised.
Here's my issue with the.
I'm a back Sawyer on this.
All right, but let me tell you,
Yeah,
I don't like that they have. It seems like they have a preconceived notion already of what they are going to do with the hospital, and going after something that's criminal or trying to. Sawyer, Carmine, and Bobby. When they were talking about this is the biggest thing. We're gonna get you in on this, Bobby. What they're talking about is going over there, and I guess it all started in the hospital. There was some sort of disagreement with, I think it was doctors, not EMS, actually, to be clear. They all had some sort of disagreement. There was some disrespect thrown, and then you were talking about Lieutenant Mars, Veronica Mars. She got involved and said to like stop and tried to mediate, and then also got strays.
Veronica's nice, by the way. I think she's got her head on straight. Some of these others seem like fucking drama
she's
goblins.
Afraid of you, Sarge. I'm just gonna let you know.
What's that?
She's like deathly afraid of you, man.
Listen, it's all make believe. All right. She volunteered with the bomb, and I'll swear to that up and down. Yeah.
I read the book. All right. I take your word for it. So what I'm getting at is what I don't like is it seems as if they are treating this their actions with the hospital and everything, right? There's also an investigation with Duke Ramsey, and that's all very valid. The stuff that we're talking about with Duke Ramsey. Yeah, that's a long story. I mean, I can definitely fill you in a little bit more, but there's a lot of context there, and he's very crooked.
Yeah,
he's part of the LSMG command staff, and they're protecting him while he is doing, from what I can tell, some pretty heinous things and violent things and straight crime. Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes. And it seems like none of these people, Sama, LSMG, it wouldn't be EMS. He has no connection there. It seems like those two groups want nothing to do with actually removing him or his ability. For example, Sergeant Stone, Avery Stone. She was injured. She was in the ICU, I believe, and was released. And this guy reached out to her out of nowhere and said that there was a note on her medical profile that said that he should follow up with her, which is total bullshit from what I can tell. And she said she's never had any contact with him for treatment. There's a lot with that guy. He's got a case on the docket right now. He's got a case on the docket, and he has criminal charges being pushed against him on the docket.
What the fuck?
And he is still command of Los Santos Medical Group.
How?
In a command position. I don't know. The chief tried to have a conversation with those folks over there, the high command of Los Santos Medical Group, and apparently it sounded like they were protecting him and they were not going to remove him or his powers.
Yeah, so impeach him.
That's the chief and I have already spoke. Sounds like there's going to be some authority conduct reviews filed against the high command of Los Santos Medical Group for not doing their due diligence and removing him from those positions of power. But also, he's going to have more charges most likely brought against him, and he's going to be arrested here soon. Maybe Monday.
Shit!
But Carmine is handling that.
Rip that then.
I'm helping him.
Okay.
For a good example here, though, when I was speaking to Carmine about that today, he was adamant about trying to make this arrest happen at CMC instead of just apprehending this guy wherever we may come across him.
What did Carmine find him doing? Because I keep in mind, in the back of my mind, was this over?
The warrant.
Okay, hold on. Was this over them like searching his vehicle or some shit?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly know because, like I said, Carmine's plan is to conceal this warrant until they have eyes on him, then push the warrant and arrest him, which is not the right steps at all.
That's illegal.
Correct. It's coercion, and well, no, I'm sorry, not coercion. It's
You can't conceal a warrant because
correct. If you know there's charges,
the warrant is how you get the ability to detain. What are you going to detain him on?
It's preconceived. You can't know that you have charges in a warrant, not have it on there, and then when you see this person, then push the warrant and immediately apprehend them. That is, that's the wrong. Yes, there's a lot to it. Like I said, myself, and I mean, it sounds like this sounds like what they were referring to as this. Bobby, we want to get you in on this. This is the biggest case or whatever. It sounds like this Duke Ramsey stuff is what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's
definitely some very odd things going on.
I get what he's trying to.
These groups.
I get what he's trying to do. It's a very dangerous road to be going down because that could get like our ability to put out warrants at whim is a privilege, right?
Yes, and trying to pocket a warrant and then push it at his leisure when he has eyes on the suspect is worrisome. What's more worrisome is the fact, like I said, he was adamant about trying to make this arrest happen at CMC in a public space where others need to be able to receive medical care. And we have people that are unable to possibly leave that area or defend themselves.
I fucking love this.
And he wants to use it as an example. They have a grudge.
I fuck with his energy.
Yeah, but not his actions. Not if they're illegal, and not if he's going to conceal things and hold things away from the rest of PD and try to manipulate or game a warrant. That can't happen.
I appreciate the energy. I think his energy sounds illegal. So if he can frame this in a more appropriate way, which is he has the right to arrest him and then make a press conference.
Yes, but before he goes for an apprehension, the warrant needs to be on the board. He can't go for the apprehension, then post a warrant mid-apprehension. Why would we be, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if you detained him and then, I mean, you might still be able to get the warrant in. I don't know. That's such a dangerous play.
And stating that he wants to perform this arrest in CMC on purpose to, quote unquote, make an example of someone is also in bad faith. If something happens in the hospital and we end up hurting someone that is not involved, or someone gets hurt that's not involved, and we knowingly, that's reckless endangerment. That is that, you know, again, that would violate his qualified immunity, and I don't think that, you know, I'm going to make sure I advise him that here's all he's got to do. He's planning on this for Monday. All he's got to do is when he gets on shift Monday, immediately push that warrant, then get the apprehension going, and that's it. That resolves that entire issue. Then there's no issues there for us, in my opinion. As far as making sure that the arrest happens at CMC because that's his place of work, I agree that you can definitely go into CMC and, you know, do some reconnaissance, see if that person is there, and then make a plan to apprehend them. But if you were to, like, let's say, you know that he is around and you are not already looking for him, and you purposely wait until that person's at CMC to make an arrest, again, that opens the field for reckless endangerment. He's making decisions that could affect multiple people's lives inside that hospital who are innocent and have nothing to do with that. And it's a public space known for providing medical care, so there's lots of foot traffic. There's a lot of liability there that I don't really necessarily think is a good idea in exchange for, quote unquote, making an example. The chief is not in support of Sawyer's methods. He is in support of Sawyer's, like you said, energy and ideals about what needs to be pressed and all of that. He's not looking to handcuff somebody from doing their job, of course, but the methods about going about it and making comments. I mean, he made a comment in front of the mayor earlier in a meeting that he was going to get out there and go harass EMS and doctors now.
Okay,
even as a joke.
I'm gonna, if I'm around
not good.
Tomorrow, I would like to understand what he's trying to do and see if I can assist him with it. Because there's this is just very confusing.
Yeah, the chief is not happy with his actions, and this is coming down from the very top. He is on the thinnest of ice, and termination has been brought up because of his repetitive targeting of EMS and CMC staff in ways that are semi to barely legal on our end.
All right.
So the more that this spirals out of control, the worse it's going to affect him and his career.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm going to say this, that I imagine that some of this may stem off of things that a lot of officers have likely seen. I definitely think that there's a lot that's been out of hand with medical services, and some of them have been out of pocket. And I do think that there does need to be a bit of a reckoning, but I believe that that's something that should be left to Turner and company. Right? Turner, high command. You, Turner, Maxwell, etc. For example, I almost popped off one day just because it was getting really egregious. Like, I take radio comms very serious, right? Because you start towing that line, what's going to happen next? I mean, like, there's like, that's a privilege. Like, they're on there out of a convenience, right? Do we do fuck shit? Yeah, you know, sometimes, but it's just it's a dangerous road, right?
Yeah, and it's getting rockier and rockier the more I hear. Now, it worries me that they are so focused on getting this big one and bagging, you know what I mean, collaring the
they
big
may
one
do more damage. Yeah. Let me
they're coming off the rail.
I gotta get out of here, Radish. But I'll say this. I think I'll see if I can be around tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to get, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna look for some context. I'm really curious why he's like holding off on this.
Yeah, there's some sort of, like I said, there's something to it, and you know, I mean, my biggest concern is this, right? Professionalism aside, department policy aside, what I really, and if you are going to be around for it, or you happen to be, what I really need from command, yourself included, and high command, is to make sure that whatever happens is legal in our purview. That whatever's going on is not in bad faith. Because if it's in bad faith, and they're operating outside of our own policy and procedures as well as the law, I mean, do I need to explain why that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you understand why that's an issue?
I'm exactly concerned about that.
Yeah, it sounds like I said, they're so desperate for the collar, and for this quote unquote example to be made, that they are going to put themselves in a very vulnerable position when it comes to the law and the way it's going to look at our enforcement.
Yep.
And therefore, they could also end up ruining a pretty large case of a serious nature against this Dr. Duke Ramsey. He is definitely someone that we cannot allow to continue to do what he does.
Yep. Absolutely. All right.
Also, like I said, if you look at those messages on Twitter from Carmine Costello that were being spammed on Twitter while we were in that interrogation, I'm very concerned about the legitimacy of Bobby's claim. I understand that you think they might be fucking around, and that if he's got a gun to his head, I don't know how the fuck he's taking.
I wouldn't worry about those twats.
All right. Look, it's not a good look. Even if it's not a good, Brian, it's not a good look. Please just agree with me on that, right? It's a bad look.
Yeah, especially if it was in my chat room when like 2 minutes before that.
Oh, you got one of those, huh? Motherfucker.
I think it was just doing some dumb shit. Like it was a little bit of ha ha he. I wouldn't take the twats too serious.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, you didn't notice?
You
didn't. You saw that? Wait, you saw the tweet though, right?
Oh, I saw the multiple tweets of him. It's a rat, or it's a gun with a rat and a Graves. Yeah.
Graves site, rat, gun, Graves site.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was worried that Carmine somehow got into that interrogation observation room at some point. So that's
I think he probably just had. I think it's Carmine probably woke up from a premonition. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow. That's
all right.
You're talking.
I'll have a chat with him. I'll see if I can guide him a little bit. I think it. I wish we had more detectives. You know what I mean? Because we have good ones like Erin. It's just you can't have her break her back. She's got her own interests, right?
I am not signing up for that.
Yeah. Nope.
I will never be an investigator. That is not
something I
ever do. All right.
You have a good night.